So, we were the variables! Sung-young shook her head bitterly.
일단은
Another producer is still running in the program.
어...
But it's not as popular as when Sung-young used to be the producer, though. Do you think they'll talk about us on the news? Old program. Scoop was a celebrity news show about... Scoop was a celebrity news show produced by Sung-young 4 years ago. Her aggressive coverage brought her huge success and made her a star. Sil joined her around this time. Okay. Alright. So I guess the info on the contestants. I don't get it.
모르겠어.
Why even bother to obtain our consent if they're going to just keep digging?
그래요.
Actually, their privacy policy didn't mean anything. The contract only contained a clause to obtain our consent.
분명해.
It's literally unfair! Young stared at the far corner of the corridor with a bitter look on her face. Do you think it was the same for the staff who did background checks? Yes, I believe the staff also knew. Young and the others had the same kind, possibly being forced to do background checks. Sales diary is the proof. Yeah. They were forced. They were forced to do this crap, and Sil wasn't happy about it. Yeah, the diary is proof.
아무래도
He was forced to conduct background checks. Sil's diary proves it.
맞아.
You're right. You saw how scared and desperate he was. B-Stars terminated his contract with the background checks agencies. It's clear they continued the background checks internally. The feelings of embarrassment and anger from Sil's diary. He didn't conduct the background checks voluntarily.
그래.
He felt a sense of shame while trying to justify his action by saying that he was only following orders.
결국
His depression continued. Then, triggered by the collapse here, he ended his own life. Forced in. After terminating contracts with the background check agencies, Sung-young forced her staff, including Sale, to complete the background checks. So let's go with Gyuk. Sale belt. The belt came from
그건
the jacket that the belt was pulled out from. It was mine. He used that too. Gyuk quietly sank his head.
솔직히
If you look around, it sticks out immediately. The jacket was always hanging over there. It was impulsively done because he used clothing that was always hanging there. Not sure if he did that at his own will. Did he run away to try to live and survive? Yeah. Let's see here. Like the bruise on his neck says that it wasn't done on purpose. So, let's say that. Did he really do that to himself? Didn't he run away to survive? Why? Gyuk quietly bit his lips.
아무래도
I think he acted on impulse. The door was about to burst open.
그럴 거야.
He looked around and found out the belt from the jacket that was always hanging by the wall. The other end was attached to the metal hook on the shelf. Gyuk,
혹시
Stop it if you're going to blame yourself. Your clothing was always hanging there.
아니야.
It wasn't meant for him to use. Right now, you need to focus on the remaining people. Impulsive act. Since the leather jacket was hanging in the dressing room, anyone could easily find it. The same goes for the belt. Oh, report event for Gyuk as well. Resolve. I got a trophy. Wreck. Dot dot dot.
형,
Are you alright, Gyuk?
넌 어때?
What about you?
많이 놀랐을 텐데.
You must be shaken.
사실
I'm confused, to be honest.
조금만 참아.
Just hang in there and
마음을
relax.
가라앉히고. 알겠어.
Okay, you
형도.
too.
네가 괜찮아야 나도
I'll be okay when
괜찮아져.
you are. Gyuk moved closer and patted Dooyeon on his shoulder.
내 얘기를 이만큼 한
You're
사람
the only one who knows about this.
너뿐이야.
Gilk raises still to dad.
참 이상하지?
It's weird.
여태 안
I've
했던
never
얘기인데.
told anyone about this.
이런 때라
Maybe I was able to tell you that because we are in an unusual circumstance. Gilk shook his head, then looked at Doyu again.
너여서 할 수 있었어.
I was able to open up because it was you.
무너질 때
If you
구해주지
didn't save
않았다면
me when the stage collapsed,
아무 말도
I would have been gone in
아무것도
silence,
못한 채로
with
끝냈을
everything
거야.
buried. Gilk paused momentarily. His wondering eyes were fixed on Doyun again.
혼자 남았을 때
When I was
목소리가
alone,
말을
a
걸었어.
voice came to me.
어딘가 날
It
끌고
was trying
들어가려는
to
소리.
take me somewhere.
엮이는 모두를
It
불행에
was saying I
몰아넣고
would bring destruction to everyone's life and survive alone.
그때
I was
가장 간절한
desperate
건
for anyone's help.
사랑이었어. 형제를 바란 건지도 몰라.
I might have been wanting to have a brother.
둘이었음 헤매는
Together
시간이
with
더
him,
짧지
I
않았을까?
might have pulled myself earlier from the abyss.
혼자 보내는 시간
Spending some time all alone is not a waste of time,
그치만
but it was just too
길고
long and difficult.
힘들었으니까. 난
I'm
그렇게
not that
심지가 굳은 사람이 못
strong-minded.
되거든.
그런 사람이
The
서바이벌 오디션에서
weak-minded couldn't
여기까지
make
와?
it to the stage.
난 그대로도 괜찮다고
I think
생각해.
you are as fine as you are. Gyuk squinted under the blurred lights.
너도야.
The same goes for you.
주변 얘긴 신경 끄고
Don't care about what others say,
자기를
just
믿어.
believe in yourself.
이상하네.
Weird.
이런 말
I never said this kind of thing
전엔
before.
못했던 건데.
Gyuk raised his head again.
도윤아,
Doyun,
무슨 일이 있어도
at any
널
cost,
밖으로 보낼 거야.
I'll get you out of here safely.
남 보내고 말고 할
Not
때는
just me,
아니지.
all of us will make it, okay?
다 나가.
그래,
Yeah.
우린 곧
We'll get
여기서
out of
나갈
here
거야.
soon. Okay. His life has been bittersweet and he longed for love from his family. Doyun has saved his life, so he was determined to getting out of here safely. Yeah, he need a brother. The notebook. The last page of the notebook. Did you read it?
뭐랄까.
You read it, right? He was angry, disappointed, and had expectation.
결국
But in the end, he gave himself up in despair. Doyun thought about the page of the notebook. That he'll be swayed by empty dreams and continue to commit sins. We are not so different from him. Repeated sins taken by a vain dream, but you still shouldn't run away. His choice of suicide and deny the possibility. No, I still don't believe it's a suicide.
그래도
He should not have run away. Throwing away his own life like this?
그치만
There were several chances to turn things around. Gyuk slowly nodded. And each time, he failed to be honest.
그럴까?
What Sil wrote in his notebook probably reflects his true thoughts.
도윤아,
Do-yoon, don't go too deep.
어쩌면
That diary entry was his suicide note. Gyuk slowly opened his eyes. Don't sink into the swamp of despair before your eyes. Last diary entry. Sale wrote down his feeling of despair, depression, desperation on the last page of his diary entry. It somewhat read like a will. No, it wasn't. No. Spy shots. After seeing that photo,
그게
he almost had a reason for carrying that photo. A secretly taken photo of Sungyeong and Haesung. Gyuk slowly continued while looking at Do-yoon, who remained quiet.
아무래도
I think the two of them had a relationship beyond what we know.
솔직히
I also saw them meeting each other in private. Witness. He has seen the producer and Haesung meet in private. At the time, they weren't just the producer and contestant. Do-yoon caught his breath. You You saw them together? Why mention it now? You said you've seen it before. Did Sale investigate that much? I don't think Sung Young ordered him to do so. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think Sale investigating Haesung and So Young was him rebelling. Did Sale investigate that as well?
그렇다는 건
Since Sung Young was also involved, I guess Sale did it on his own.
맞아.
He was probably thinking of exposing it when he couldn't bear her anymore.
결국
Sniping both Haesung and Sung Young with one lethal shot.
그땐
The date on the photo is September 15,
그건
near the end of the preliminaries. Now those in the photo and the one who took it are all gone. Secret relationship. Sung Young and Haesung's relationship seems to be someone more than just business. She had also apparently approached Gyeoyuk in the past. Okay. And forced entry. Doyun, you look
도윤아,
really upset. Makes me think. Should have moved quickly. Before Sale decided to take his own life.
몰랐어.
Nobody thought this was going to happen.
어쩌면
Even Sale probably had no idea about this outcome. Responsible for leading to this situation, could we be more persuasive? I'm gonna do the same thing. Oh, I feel responsible for the consequences could have been changed. I was clearly responsible for this situation. I could have changed the outcome. Gyeok shook his head firmly. No.
그치만
You chose the way that was less dangerous. Taking a leap at the door was your final decision, and you even took the risk.
그래도
But
나도
I'm the one who was helpless while standing in front of the door. I sent you and Jong onto the stage for the master key, and I just waited there even after Hina went to the rear door. Wait! Oh my god, I just realized. Hina moved at the rear door at the staff corridor, so he was alone in front of the door. Oh my god. He could have done it. He had the opportunity. He was the only one who had the opportunity to do it.
그렇다면
I'm the one who's solely responsible for this.
아니었어.
Yup, that's not what I want to hear from you. I'm sorry, I'll try to calm down. Take all the time in the world, but don't blame yourself. Deadlock scattering. After confronting Sale, Doyoung and Joyoung went to the stage to find a master key. In the meantime, Ina and Gyeok kept an eye on the front and back doors. Okay, now, so we got everything. I'm gonna save. Alright, I mustn't break. Okay, I think this copy is fine, so I can overwrite this one. So I can go here to go back to the stuff that I couldn't read because my mic was muted. Alright. Save number 3. I have to remember save number 3. So Ina should have 6, yes. Young 8. And Gyeok 9. Yeah. Okay, I'm good. I feel like we're near the end. Alright, Han Do-yeon, sanity improve. Young slightly improve. Ina and Gyeok unchanged. Sale is now dead, accompanying Haesung, who has been dead all this time. His head was about to burst. Oh, Pluggle! I'm a bit worried. Transfer keeps failing. A dry voice emerged from his parched lips. I don't know how far you want to go, you want to dig into. To be honest, from here, I don't know what's really happening in there. Don't look only at people's reaction, but also all the clues and review the whole thing again. I'm not sure this message will reach you, just hang in there. The clues. Even the conclusion. Feeling someone's gaze, Do-yeon turned around while mumbling to himself. Okay. It's over now, right? Sale is the attacker and he killed himself when he was cornered. There's nothing else to think now. And she finished talking, she quietly bit her lip. I think we have no choice now. Although it's not easy to accept it. Young's face was pale and Gyuk stepped in to help her. Do-yeon was now the only one whining and who couldn't accept the reality. No, it isn't. Does Sil take his own life? No, it isn't. Did Sil really kill Haesung? No, okay. I don't think it's over yet. I'm still not sure if Sil really is the attacker. Yeah, Young dropped. Ina dropped. Are you playing detective right now? Yeah. Do-yeon, you did your best. It's not our job to speculate what's obviously true. Young panted heavily. You okay, Young? I'm fine. So what's bothering you so bad? It's true that Sil was at the end of the central corridor during Haesung's accident. But there's no proof that he knew where Haesung was headed, nor that he lured him into the restroom. But we saw the tablet! He could have used it to call Haesung out. You saw him running away after dropping his tablet on the floor. No, he cannot, because the tablet was broken. When I saw the tablet in the dressing room, it looked like it had been broken a long time ago. He couldn't even turn it on because the battery was swollen. It's impossible to contact anyone with it. We've been here for over several hours. He could have destroyed it several hours ago if he did it right after murdering Haesung.
Wait, the battery? It takes more than several hours for the battery to swell up.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm sure. The tablet has been broken for a long time.
Ina just stood there and stared at the dressing room door. Well, he had the motive. The diary entries in the notebook. You guys all read it. There were pages describing how he wanted to kill Haesung. Motive for the murder. But was he angry enough to kill Haesung? Maybe he messed with something that he shouldn't have. Sil was feeling a sense of inferiority and Haesung must have hit a nerve while trash talking. Why am I explaining everything here?
What did you really notice?
넌
Did you notice something other than intention to kill as you read this diary?
Oh yes. Oh yes, I saw wrath. And what was the other thing? No. The plan? Measure for Ina? No, that's not that doesn't... Okay, those are irrelevant. After terminating contracts with the background, Seng-young forced the staff to complete the background check. Oh, those are linked. The forced in is linked with his wrath. Okay, so yeah. He just felt discontent. He didn't just intend to murder someone, he was just angry. Untalented contestants, and Haesung trying to pull all these strings. The things he was forced to do, everything together setting off on an emotional roller coaster.
He
was upset about the things that he was forced to do, like the background checks on the contestants. Once the contract with the agencies was terminated, Sung-young used a staff member like Sale to carry out her dirty work. The sadness and anger we saw in the diary must have been related. Then he was angry at being ignored for being forced to do something illegal. He even wrote something about fighting back. I think it's far-fetched to think of his as intent to kill.
Are you saying that this can't be the motive?
Special keyword, overinterpretation. In the diary, he has expressed his anger and defiance against Sung-young and contestants' feeling of despair, but they don't seem to add up to a murderous or suicidal intent. Maybe just by looking at the diary,
It is possible that Sale was in a fit of rage?
I'm not saying it's impossible, but if we stick to the diary, that's an overinterpretation. The group briefly fell silent. So what do we do now? Ina slowly opened her mouth. You guys are saying that he had no motive? It could have been a murder and blah blah blah? Then how on earth did he die? He was killed? How?
Four of us were standing in front of the door before entering the dressing room. We forced ourselves in when Sale asked us to leave. Suicide is the only way to explain the situation.
Exactly, that's what I've been telling y'all. Are you saying all suspicions are pointless? To be honest, yeah. Am I not right? Do-yoon asked himself over and over. Plug will advise him to review not only the clues but also the conclusion. But what is he supposed to do? He wanted to stop grilling everybody, including himself. Do-yoon let out a ruffled sigh. They were right. He had done his best. He had no more strength to cling on to it. Sale despised Hae-sung. Sale murdered Hae-sung but tried to find an unusual way to survive the audition. Sale locked himself in the dressing room when his crime and past were about to be exposed. At the edge of fear and despair, he chose to take his own life. This was what had really happened. Everyone saw, experienced, and justified it. This was the truth everyone wanted to believe. Gameplay broadcasts. Gameplay streaming is allowed from now on, but redistribution and revenue setting is strictly prohibited. This prohibition of spoilers is to protect the rights of other game purchaser. We really appreciate your cooperation and understanding. Am I going to be blocked from now on? I'm getting at the end of it. Am I going to be blocked? Let's see. Do-yoon weakly lowered his head. You're right. It's a definite act that Sale was in the dressing room alone. Nothing can overturn that fact. It was my thought for too long. The storm of thoughts began to die down. Autosave. Everyone move closer to Do-yoon. Jung patted his shoulder gently. I felt a vibration.
I just have a feeling that we won't be able to figure it out in here. Maybe I just want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Jung, don't you think ending it this way is the right thing to do? Jung silently met Do-yoon's eyes.
Nobody knows if it's over or not. We just can't handle this by ourselves. If there's a truth to be revealed, let it happen in time. Until then, we will just have to deal with our own fights. You fight to rid yourself of the betrayer label. And I'll fight my own issues.
Our own fight.
At least, we know what our own truth is.
Keep your head up. We have survived so far.
Gyok,
끝난 걸까?
do you think this puts an end to it all? Gyok silently stared at Do-yoon.
널 괴롭히는 질문에
You don't have to deal with those agonizing questions.
날 봐.
Look at me.
이렇게 너랑
I'm
얘기하는
here
거
talking to you all because you
네가
saved
구해준
me.
덕분이야. 누구한테도
I
못했던
could tell you
내
my
얘기도
deepest secret, which I've never shared with
너한테는 할수
anyone, to
있었어.
everybody else.
이젠
It's
내
my
차.
turn to pay you back.
나가면
I'll
모두한테
tell
말할
everyone
거야.
once I'm out.
네가 정말로
They will
어떤
get to know
사람인지.
your heroic nature.
지금은
Focus on
그것만
that for now.
그런갑다.
I guess you couldn't just let it slide.
나도 불편해.
I'm not comfortable either, despite how I might look.
왜 이렇게 되고
How did it come to this? Because of the wrongdoings?
죄를 지었으니까.
세일이 얘기야?
Are you talking about Sale? Ina was absorbed in thought, her head dropped.
전부.
Everyone.
피디님은 무대를 이렇게
Sung-young,
만들고
she exploited the
다른
workers,
사람들을
resulting in
쥐어짰어.
the shoddy construction of the stage.
서혜성은
Haesung trained others using the information he had collected.
남을 협박해. 세일이는
Sale collaborated with Sung-young and murdered Haesung in a fit of anger.
내 생각은
I don't know if
그래.
you agree with me, but that's
넌
my
뭐라고
take.
생각할지 모르겠다.
At that moment, there was a roaring sound in the distance. And the entire corridor began to shake.
지금까지랑 달라.
Oh man, this is something big. Watch out.
Oh, it's coming down! Run to the stage. Autosave.
도윤아. 난 괜찮아.
I'm okay. Where are Young and Hina?
이만은
우린 여기
We're here.
The tremors are getting stronger.
아예 무너지는
Is the whole place going to come down? 5:35, the end. This is where the rescue team is gonna come. Gyok grabbed Do-yoon on the shoulder.
도윤아. 무대로
Let's
돌아가자.
go back to the stage.
그래.
The stage, yes, to the stage. Suddenly his leg gave out. Oops. Gyok tapped him up.
정신 차려.
Wake up.
알겠어.
Okay, I'm okay now.
이제
Gyok stared at Do-yoon nervously.
도윤아. 세일이
Do-yoon, can you bring Sale to the stage?
그냥 두면
He will be buried away if we leave him here.
난 혜성이한테 갈게.
I'll go find Haesung.
Do-yoon recovered his sense and
두
nodded.
사람 먼저 무대로 가세요.
You two should go to the stage first. Try to call the rescue team.
무대에서 보자.
I'll see you at the stage. Be careful.
Gyok quickly disappeared. Do-yoon also leaped into the dressing room. Am I to grab Sale? Do-yoon patted heavily, running towards Sale. Do-yoon could hear Ina's voice from outside. Pluggo, sending messages keep failing. Because it's nearly done now. The rescue team is almost there. Hold on just a little bit longer. I don't know what's going on in there. Are you still trying to find out the truth in vain? What I've read before may be helpful. Listen. Leave out everything impossible in your situation. And focus only on the remaining facts. Stories you have seen and heard, clues, reaction, conclusion, and so on. There must be decisive evidence hidden. No matter how certain or unbelievable, that must be the truth. Advice. He advised that Do-yoon rule out everything that's impossible and recall what he has actually seen and heard. But you will get out of the hell alive. You will get out of the hell alive. Do you understand? Then we could meet each other face to face. Actually, looks like he lost the signal. Promise, when the signal was unstable, he told Do-yoon to come out safely and that they should meet. Do-yoon's message has not been sent out either. I need to hurry. He lifted Sale's body from the belt. It was heavy. Sale has looked so light when he was alive. It was the full weight of a person now. Do-yoon pulled the body off the belt. So-young put Seo's cold arms around his shoulder. Okay, I'm going back to the stage. Do-yoon carefully headed to the door while trying not to lose balance. Auto-save checkpoint. Heavy breathing. Upon reaching the stage, Do-yoon laid Seo on his back. Hazy light illuminated Seo's discolored face. You came alone?
Where's Gyuk?
여기 있어요.
Over here.
Gyuk put Haesung's down and walked towards Do-yoon.
도윤아, 잘 왔어?
Was everything okay?
아깐
What did you say to me moments ago?
세일이 옮길 때
You
뭐라고
said something
했잖아.
when you were moving Seo.
이나야, 구조대.
Ina, the rescue team.
아,
Oh yeah, that's my
그건 내
phone.
전화야. 구조대가 연락했어.
The rescue team called us, but I couldn't answer it.
나한테 다시
They
걸어서
called me again,
내가
so I
받았어.
answered it.
통로로 오는데
They couldn't
실패해서
approach through the corridor, so they'll come through the ceiling instead.
금방 온댔어.
They'll be here in no time if we can just hold out.
아이씨, 개 놀랐네.
Oh gosh, it scared the heck out of me. The door to the central corridor disappeared behind the wreckage. Was the tremor growing stronger because the rescue team was forcing their way in? I would say yes. Or was it an omen signaling the total collapse of the building? His heart had begun to race. The blood in my body violently raged like a tsunami. Do-yoon massaged his stiff shoulder. Gyuk, who has just came back from the back of the stage, held his hand.
괜찮아?
Are you okay? You look pale.
지금
이제 와서
Please
기절하고
don't
그러지
faint on me
말아줘.
now. Young dot dot dot. I'm fine, I'm just a bit shaken. No. Actually, it was missing something. The thing it's seen and heard so far. The things he already knew or newly discovered. There was a certain inconsistency between them. Do-yoon shook his head out hard. With the rescue team just around the corner, maybe he was losing my mind. And in this intense situation, all those little shards of memory which would disappear after evacuation were bugging him. Dizzy. The memories, conversation, photos, documents, fader, and messages were all dancing around in his head. Heavy breathing. His heart was beating fast. It felt like his chest would burst open.
야,
Do-yoon?
그래?
Seriously, what's the matter with you? Say it out loud. The truth was not revealed. Incongruity crossed Do-yoon's mind. Keep it to himself. No, I'm gonna say it out loud. I was wrong. The remaining truth after erasing all the wrong possibilities. The decisive clue. To hide the truth, Seo took his own life?
이건
No, that's not it.
아니야.
Beads of sweat oozed out of his clenched fist. Do-yoon raised his head and looked them in the eye.
할 말이 있어요.
I have something to say. Everyone stared at Do-yoon with bewildered look on their faces.
세일이
Seo did not kill himself.
뭔가 생각났어?
Something came to mind?
너 대체 몇 절까지
Will
할래?
you ever stop?
도윤아,
Do-yoon, the rescue team is coming soon. Why don't you just...
몇 번을 따져도 똑같지.
We always come to the same conclusion. Do you want me to go over it again?
상황을 쭉
Okay, so here
떠올려봐.
we have a drawn map. Let's call the events in order. So the red must be the collapse thing. So there's the stage. There's the central corridor. Then onto the left is probably the staff corridor. Here we have the dressing room. Here we have the men's room. Okay. Yeah. So now we have everybody's faces. At 5:02, we were standing before the door on the dressing room door. So Sale was in the dressing room, everybody's in the corridor, and Haesung was left in the men's room. We asked him to open the door, right? But he resisted and he had nothing to say. Then the big tremor came. When it stopped, there was no answer from the dressing room. The incident must have happened during this time. So they thought that he killed himself then, at 5:04? When we forced ourselves in and turned on the lights, it was already over. Think about it. He could have done it only by himself.
No one had a chance during that time. Are you trying to say there was an assassin or something?
Or a ninja was hiding in the dressing room?
Now relax. Doryun, we were all standing in the corridor when we talked to Sale. I know it's hard to admit it, but it was clearly a suicide.
Yuk's reputation pained Doryun, but Doryun shook his head. No, there was a way. A way to hear Sale's voice even after he was already murdered. Are you out of your mind? How is that possible? Okay. The sponsor watch or the tablet? The tablet didn't work, so it has to be the sponsor watch. Finalists, contestants each receive a customizable smartwatch. All the watches use the same password, which can be changed also to make returning them later easier. Fader account can be changed. So, are you saying that somebody recorded Sale's voice? I guess that's gonna be it. The smartwatch. We all have them. The attacker used it to play Sale's voice at a specific time. What are you talking about?
Smartwatch? Are you saying it's really one of us?
Wait, the problem is how? Sale answered us when we called out to him. How could the attacker play Sale's voice with the smartwatch?
It's possible. There's a way to play Sale's voice at just the right time. If you ring, like if you put it on the ringtone and call yourself. But how would you call yourself? Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, so now they show us the app. So it's gonna be ringtone, record, and phone? Yeah. The record app. His voice could have been recorded. Set it as a ringtone? That's how I heard Ina's ringtone in the dressing room. Okay. So yeah, when he heard Ina's voice, because Ina recorded her ringtone as to practice her vocalization. Okay. What did you say to me moments ago? You said something when you were moving Sale. Oh, that was my fault. I was behind the door, so it was hard for me to tell if the voice has been recorded or if it was real.
Then how would you play it at a specific time?
Using the phone app. The attacker called the smartwatch to play the ringtone. We began with the wrong premise. When we heard his voice in the corridor, of course we thought Sale was alive. But he wasn't. Sale was already dead. What we heard was a recorded voice from the watch's ringtone. So this opens another possibility. The attacker simply messed up our timeline by deceiving us with his time trick. Jung raised her head hastily.
Doryun, wait! That would require 2 watches!
Well, yeah, I mean, Haesung, you can bring it back Haesung's watch, but Who had an opportunity to bring back Hae-sung's watch? This was weird. That's true, the voice clearly came from inside the dressing room. You would need 2 watches, one to call and one to play the ringtone.
In order to use 2 watches, at least 2 people would need to collaborate. Nobody lost their watch, maybe you're overthinking it.
They were right. This theory would require 2 smartwatches. It's possible. Even if all of us were wearing our watches. The watch that was used to manipulate the time of Seil's death was Hae-sung, since he died. Then it's possible even if all of us were wearing our watches. You just have to take out Hae-sung's watch and put it in the dressing room.
That's right! Hae-sung had a watch too!
So only one person could make the ringtone play?
Are you saying the attacker took off someone else's watch and changed the ringtone? How could they do that if it wasn't theirs? That's easy because sponsored watch and ringtone. Okay, let me read. The reason it was able to change the watch setting to another person. The same password. There's only one password. Anyone can change that settings as long as they have the watch.
Are you suggesting that any one of us could be the murderer?
That's
no way!
Why are you doing this when it's all set out?
Wait! Even if what you said was true, here's a problem. When did the attacker record Seil's voice?
That's a good question. Like, this is the part I haven't figured out yet.
How did he enter the dressing room to murder Seil? There's no explanation for when and how.
His heart began to thump. It was just that he had to speak the truth that nobody wanted to hear. When we first followed Seil to the entrance of the dressing room, Seil was clearly alive.
But yeah, 4 of us moving together, and we had a proper conversation.
We heard Seil's voice when Young and I came back from the stage. If that voice was the recorded ringtone, there was only one chance to do that. Oh, somebody is sending me a message. I need to check what's going on. I'm being flooded with messages. Alright.
No.
Yo, man. When Young and I went to the stage, yes, this is what back when Ina was guarding the rear door that couldn't open, Gyuk was alone in front door. So when Young and I went to the stage, when Ina and Gyuk were in the corridor, that was the only time possible. That's what you wanted to say after all. That one of the two is the murderer? No. That Gyuk is the murderer because Ina could have done shit. If the two of them didn't collaborate with each other, then the murderer is only one person.
Doyun?
Let's say you're right. Then how did the murderer enter the dressing room? He told everyone to take a hike after locking himself in, so how are we supposed to go in there? The reason Seil ran away The attacker took advantage of that to make Sale open the door voluntarily.
So what do you think the reason was?
Do-yoon slowly opened his mouth after a brief silence. Sale ran away because... targeting a sense of betrayal. Sale seems to be afraid that the contents of his messenger bag would make him seem suspicious. I think it was the targeting. He was afraid of someone who might have murdered Haesung. He wouldn't have opened the door for his prime suspect. Then the person who was least suspected at that time was... Is this really the correct profiling for the attacker? Yes, I don't see why. What else? Gyuk. Because if I wanted to go with betrayal, that would mean pointing out at Ina. Do-yoon, are you? Gyuk and I were the least suspected at the time. Because it was apparent that we met him while he was alive. That's why Sale opened the door for us. You sent Young and me to the stage in search of the master key. Then you sent Ina to the staff corridor to make her watch the rear door. It was the only time, Gyuk. ... Who are you dotting this time?
Do-yoon, you must be mistaken! No one here, including Gyuk, has a reason to murder anyone!
Nope, he has a motive. Gyuk, who was blankly staring at Do-yoon, finally opened his mouth.
Do-yoon?
Gyuk, I want to check something. You move Haesung's body. How was the watch? Mind if I see it now?
His smartwatch. It got broken while I was carrying Haesung.
Oh no, he broke it on purpose. He broke it on purpose. The sweat in the palms of Do-yoon's hand turned cold. When Gyuk decided to separate everyone at the corridor, he already had planned to murder Sale. Haesung's broken watch must have been part of his plan too. It was clear that he wanted to provide himself with an alibi by destroying the evidence.
Do-yoon, why are you accusing me? You know Sale took his own life. Young is right. No one here has a reason to hurt anyone.
Gyuk's voice began to shake a little. Do-yoon felt like crying. The reason is... It's... Sale key info, microcontrol, regrets. Key info. See, Sale seems to know more about the B-Star contestants than what the rumor says. Oh! Yes. So, he knows something about Gyuk. Alright, Sale was in the know. Okay. Because Sale conducted illegal background checks on the contestants. So he probably know that Gyuk probably killed his father. He let his father die when he got the heart attack in the car accident. The messenger bag was full of all sorts of personal information, the result of the background checks. When everything fell out onto the stage, you saw something.
Something crucial in the background check documents?
Sale ran away because he was afraid of the attacker. Sale must have thought that you were Haesung's attacker. He's looking at Ina? Are you kidding? You went to see Haesung alone, and you were not in the dressing room, but somewhere else at the estimated time of his death. That's ridiculous! I don't believe it either. I'm just speculating on what Sale might have been thinking. Sale must have thought that he would be safe if he was on your side. But he ran off after being challenged by you as his past was exposed. He only opened the door to Gyuk, whom he thought was definitely not the attacker. Ina ... Right. The topic concerning the background check goes all the way back to Haesung's case. Haesung called the contestants one by one and tried to threaten each. He tried to push them to resign by threatening their weaknesses. You mean Haesung and Sale both share the same information? Yeah. From Sung-young. I'm not sure if Sale was aware of that. Haesung told Gyok about something that he had heard from Haesung. Sung-young ordered the background check, so she must have been debriefed about the results. And Sung-young and Haesung were in the romantic relationship for some time. The light slowly faded from Gyok's eyes. Doyun. Doyun bit his lip. What you saw when the things fell out of the messenger bag was the background check documents with the source of Haesung's threats. Did I just understand correctly? So Haesung was also...
That's impossible! Think about what happened back then!
Now the same map at 1:12 a.m.
At first, Haesung called you, Doyo, to the dressing room, right?
We were in the dressing room, we saw him last, and then... No, yeah. Okay, so... My deduction was correct. If we're going there, Gyok killed everyone. I think it all makes sense. And the motive is the same for everyone. They know about his dark secret, and they're shutting everybody. He's shutting everybody up permanently as soon as he knows that person know.
Doyun, you were in the dressing room, right?
At first, I tried to talk to him, but he didn't listen. So you came back to the stage alone.
Gyok went next to the dressing room.
And a loud tremor had occurred.
I also failed and came back to the stage.
So we were all at the stage. Haesung wrote another post that was the other right. For God knows where.
Hina went next, and Seo left shortly after. By the
time I arrived, he was already in the restroom. I went to the staff corridor and sailed to the dressing room. At this time, only Sale could have murdered Haesung.
Gyok, Doyun, and I were on the stage. Do you see why it was impossible? When all of us were together before Ina left for the dressing room, Haesung was arguing with Sung-young. All of us are witnesses to that.
At 1:40, no, that was the other right.
Doyun, I understand. You must be terribly confused, just like I am. Doubts can rise, but they cannot be held true without proper explanation. The stage is quite unstable. We should focus on the rescue team's arrival.
Doyun instinctively stepped back.
Doyun.
What he had heard and seen, those clues, response, and conclusions, exclude all the impossibilities and focus only on what remains. Then no matter how shocking it is, it will be the truth.
Couldn't agree more with Jo-young. We were all together when we saw Haesung's post.
No, auto-write. There's auto-write function which posts an article at a specified time. You used it to upload the post after Haesung's death. With this possibility in mind, we can restructure the whole story completely. I was the first to meet Haesung at 1:12. I went to the dressing room to meet him. I couldn't persuade him, so I came back to the stage. At 1:20, Gyok was next. There was a big trevor at 1:27. I think Haesung went to the restroom at around this time. He didn't think the dressing room was safe from more tremors. And in the restroom, Haesung was murdered. At 1:30, considering the broken mob shaft lying on the floor, and Haesung's body left in the storage area, the attack should have been impulsive. At that time, it was obvious as to who did it. That's when he thought of auto-write. When was the time Haesung's auto-ride was activated? 1:40. Well, it auto-rides hourly at 40 minutes past the hour. Gyuk, you changed the message to auto-ride and came back to the stage. At 1:35, you tried to delay the others from going into the dressing room by talking to us. And at the set time, the changed auto-ride message was posted on the timeline. Haesung has been arguing with Sung-young for some time, so we were easily led to believe that their fight was still going on, when in fact Sale was already dead. Oh, wait, this is Haesung. They wrote Sale, when in fact Haesung was already dead. They wrote Sale. So he allowed me to go next, because the auto-ride message was already posted. He should not have been discovered before the post, but it didn't matter if it was after. Haesung was still alive when Gyuk came back after meeting him. That is what Gyuk wanted us to believe. Gyuk leak. ...
Wait! Another auto-ride message was posted even after Haesung's death! I'm sure I saw it!
Are you saying he changed the message back after Haesung that died? He didn't have time for that! In fact, there was! When we were inspecting the body in the restroom. Don't think about the time when we were examining the body together. It was like 2 p.m. 2 in the morning. When we checked the watch.
We checked if the watch surface was intact, and after that... Yuck! The watch is clean, it's not broken, it doesn't look like anyone tried to take it!
The power is on too.
Did he swap watches?
So, anything? Nothing much other than using it to access Fader.
Gyuk took it and gave it back to me after fiddling with it. He said there was nothing special other than Fader. He changed it when everyone was there. Auto-ride didn't even cross our mind at that time. It crossed mine. That's why he could boldly change it in front of us.
It was a little different from the original message, although they were just punctuation marks. Because I was in a hurry.
Gyuk? Are you admitting what he said?
Are you going along with him because he saved your life? When he's accusing you of murdering Sale and Haesung? True, he had committed all the murders.
Do you know the reason?
Gyuk. Doyun felt something hot was spewing from his heart. Is there a reason for this madness?
Please tell me everything you know, or what you found out. I'm just curious if you figured out everything.
Gyuk stared at Doyun with his dark eyes. Doyun could feel the pain after biting his parched lip. I knew. They talk after opening up to each other in the background check info that he discovered at the end. The stories were not in accordance with each other. Okay, wait. Gyuk's memo, PI report, fax copy, rendezvous time, tablet, unfair. Haesung didn't know about any signature. No. Countdown. Flip side. Tough times. Reality of death. Flip side. Okay, so it has to do with his father. So I'm trying to see Which evidence fits with my reasoning? So there's flip side. There's reality of death. That's for sure. Tough times? Oh, okay. Wait, let me check this. Wait! According to this, they say that they all died in the accident, including his partner wife. The way it's been written, I overlooked this, but now that I'm reading it again, I realize the way this file has been written, it implies that the mother died in the car crash, where it was suicide by insulin overdose. So it's gotta be Gigyok's memo. The background check memo contained information about the accident when Young-hee Lee was killed. It says that another passenger had died too, and it was his wife. But it wasn't true. Your mother was also killed in the accident. Gyok, you told me about your past. What kind of person your father was? How difficult it has been for you and your mom. How neglected and impoverished you had been.
No support for Mr. Lee?
But how can that be a reason? Gyok, you told me yourself. Your mother took her own life. She couldn't handle the struggle with the disease, negligence, and difficulties. So she decided to take her own life out of depression. There's an inconsistency between the background check information and Gyok's account. The document revealed that both of your parents were killed in an accident. But you said your mother killed herself. If both the document and your account are true... Oh, wait! That means that... Okay, I get it now, Okay, let's read... The way it's written is important. Both your parents were killed in an accident. But it says Byung-hee Lee and his wife. But then he says your mother killed herself. So he got remarried. So it's probably his second wife that got killed in the accident. Dong-yun lowers head up upon finishing the sentence. I can only think of one thing. Your mother was killed along with your father in the accident, and your mother who took her own life after having been neglected for a long time are not the same woman. Yeah, they must be two different people. Haesung and Sil seem to have been murdered after trying to access a secret about Gyok's mother. At that very moment, something flashed through Do-yun's mind. The inconsistency between the background check document and Gyok's own account. Could Sil have been aware of that? Of course, he learned from Song-young. And Song-young's accident was no accident. Everything makes sense now. No. Sil ran away because he was afraid of the real attacker. But Sil opened the dressing room door for Gyok. Why would he open the door for Gyok if he knew about Gyok's secret?
What do you mean, no?
Concerning what happened to Sale, there's something else other than the background check. Then why?
Doyun? You really?
Doyun was putting all the puzzle pieces together. Once you complete the puzzle, the truth will be revealed. Okay, so if Giga's timeline is arranged in the correct temporal order. Okay, so now I must put them in order. Okay, so those are all correct, but I have to put them in order. So let's see. What came first? Gyok's memo, fax copy, the flip side, tough times, and reality of death. How does it work? Background check clue contains the name of a student who lost his scholarship. Okay, that was the first thing. Then Gyok's father was a very selfish person. Oh, wait. Let me read everything. There's the background demo with the scholarship, fax copy, a fax reply for Baekwang University 2018. It would not disclose the meeting note from when scholarship recipients were chosen. Gyok's father, Byung-hee Lee, was a very selfish person, getting no attention from his father. Gyok and his mother had a life of poverty. So this happened first. Okay, tough times. After his mother's death, Gyok went through hard times. Only then did Byung-hee begin to take care of Gyok, but it was already too late. So this is when her mother died. This is lengthy battle with diabetes, depressed mother killed herself. Okay, so reality of death must be second. When was she killed? Was she killed before the reply in university? Okay, when was it? 2018. Our meeting minutes regarding scholarship recipients of 2014. Okay. So the scholarship happened on 2014. And this was the background check clue. Lost. Okay, so the background check was made at the end. Okay, so fax copy should be here. 2014. And then she died of diabetes and after tough times and Gyok's memo. Okay, I haven't saved. I can press circle to reset everything, but I guess... Okay, let's try this. Byung-hee didn't pay any attention to Gyok and his mother when Gyok was young. His mother had to raise Gyok all by herself. Gyok grew up aiding his father and loving his mother dearly. Gyok applied for and received a scholarship in 2014 during his university years. His mother's health has worsened and it became difficult for him to pay his tuition. A professor was found that Gyok helped him get the scholarship. This was before his relationship with his father Byung-hee was known to the public. Yes. His mother ended her own life. Worsening health and financial difficulties led her to depression, which led them to her death. Gyok was grief-stricken for quite some time. Byung-hee seemed to have accepted Gyok as his son around that period, but he got remarried. Byung-hee finally felt guilty for ignoring his own child for so long. Then in 2016, Byung-hee died in a car accident. Byung-hee and his new wife, Gyok's stepmother, lost their life. This accident was apparently due to a mistake that Byung-hee had made while driving. When Gyok received a scholarship in 2014, Gyok's biological mother was still alive. Byung-hee accepted Gyok and got into a car accident in 2016. That meant that Gyok's biological mother passed away sometime between 2014 and 2016. About 2 to 4 years ago from 2018, which is now. 4 years ago, Sale was working on Scoop, along with Song-young.
이 일은
This matter began a long time ago. It started with Scoop, yeah, the old program, and yeah. Both of them, yeah. He says select two, that there's only two. It all started with the old program. Sung-young and Sale business card that followed in our sales messenger bag. The old WBSN logo from years ago. The name of the tabloid TV program which was printed on the cards. The program made Sung-young famous with persistent coverage of provocative issues and shocking news in the past. Since then, Sale has been worked for Sung-young. Something that happened 3 years ago, which has been mentioned along with the fact that he had been treated contemptuously for over 4 years. A certain event which would also hurt Sung-young at he opened his mouth. His biological mother who took her own life. Sung-young and Sale were involved in her suicide. What? Is that how we're supposed to interpret this? Because they were a tabloid and they put pressure on her? Then you might have killed Sung-young too. Do-yoon couldn't say a thing. Gyeok quietly looked at Do-yoon. He wasn't glaring but quietly looked at him. I didn't know anything about Sale at first. After seeing the business cards, I knew that they were working together even back then. Gyeok! You killed Sung-young too? Are you serious? It was 3 years ago. My father, Byung-hee, was Sung-young's new person of interest. Oh, because she was working for Scoop and they were snooping around Byung-hee Lee. A mysterious singer-songwriter. She thought his story would sell without question. I didn't know back then about what was going on around me. Yuck. My mom was very fragile after a long struggle with her disease. She had been worrying about me her whole life. She endured all that pain just because I was born into this world. Gyeok covered his face with his hand. I had the courage to endure it. She told me I could. But she gave up earlier than I expected. And she left a message to my father before she died. She asked him to take me into his home and looked after me as his legitimate son. True, he was born out of wedlock. His father is Byung-hee Lee. Before committing suicide, his mother left a will that Byung-hee Lee should accept his son. Ah, okay. So that's the thing, that's the missing piece of the puzzle that I didn't connect together. His father and mother were never married to each other. That's the thing. Now it makes sense why he neglected them then. He wanted to be mysterious because that would have been scandalous. Gyeok dropped his hand and stared into the air. But nothing really changed. Negligence, abuse, a stepmother who barely managed to sustain her own life, and my father who only cared about his musical achievement. But thanks to him, my stepmother and I could get along with and rely on each other. Until the accident when my father's carelessness took them both away from my life for good. So you joined B-Stars with the intention of to take your revenge? Gyeok slowly shook his head. Before moving into my father's house, I sorted my mother's belongings. Among them, I found an unfamiliar business card. I didn't know what it meant at that time. I just kept it because it was a keepsake from my mom. But then I saw an episode about the star producer chosen for the new season of B-Star. Her name was Sung-young, and it was the name from that business card. On the business card, there was also the name of the TV program which made her so famous. But still, I didn't know the relation. Stupid of me. Before I mentally broke down, I came here like it was my destiny.
I chased the name that was on the business card. I guess I just retraced what had happened. Origin. His mother took her own life after being haunted by reporters. He found Sung-young's business card in the things his mother left behind. Then he decided to sign up for B-Star Season 4, but... When did you find out the truth? ... Only a few hours ago. Right after the stage collapsed. So when we were out, something happened. Yeah, okay. So this is when the first time the stage collapsed. It was mayhem. He recalled a lightning fixture falling onto him. Somebody saved him from that perilous moment. This guy was branded as a betrayer by everyone. Did he die after saving him? But then he was knocked out cold. He must be alive. He must. Gyok crawled towards Do-yoon. This is Shin-young. Gyok? Hey, Gyok! Sung-young? Get me out! Come on! Her legs were stuck under a steel frame. No, he can't. He needs 3 people. He didn't budge at all. Oh, come on! Help me out! He unwittingly stared at the stage. There was a pile of debris. What if he had to go to Do-yoon to save him? Sung-young's legs were stuck under the steel frame and Do-yoon was buried under some debris. What if Do-yoon dies because Gyok didn't help him in time? Okay, because both of them needed his attention. Like Gyok saved him and then he got knocked down. And then Sung-young is there demanding his help, but the pillars are too heavy, cannot help him. So he rather help the guy who saved his life instead of the woman who brought her mother to kill herself. It was always like this. He was lost again. He was always indecisive. Couldn't even make a choice. No! Do-yoon got buried while trying to save me. I need to go and save Do-yoon. I'll be right back. Where on earth are you going? You think I don't know anything? You're just going to leave me here? No. No, Sung-young. I'll bring the others too. You bastard! You're getting revenge on me for what happened to your mom. Gyok came to a sudden stop. He slowly turned around. His focus was back to her. I know you're here because your mom killed herself. Who would have thought she would kill herself just because I dug up her past a little? She was going to die from a disease anyway. You think this is the right opportunity, huh? What do you think I am, a moron? You dumb bitch. You implanted the thought of murder into his mind. Did you have enough fun sending me the blackmail, huh? You stupid coward. Their eyes met. First place or not, I could tell the whole world about your past. You can't ignore me. Come back right now. He slowly walked towards her. He couldn't help but walk towards her. That's right. You'll be fine as long as you do as I say. You got popular, topped the list, and became your daddy's proud son. You owe me, right? Darkness filled his vision. His ear rang. Dust fell and a thundering noise echoed around the stage. Sung-young began to shriek even harder. Your parents are gone anyway. Now it's your world. So just get this shit off of me. I'm in so much pain. Gyok stood before Sung-young. She struggled to grab Gyok's feet.
mom's suicide, and the business card from her belongings, the name of the program on the business card, and the name printed on it.
I didn't even know.
Feeling something unusual, Sung-young looked up to see Gyuk. He cries, tears of revenge. What's with that face? I helped you do this much, don't you agree? I can make it up to you, you know. You know my influence. Gyuk's eyes were fixed on one thing. Something he could barely lift. It was a concrete debris. The murder weapon. Gyuk hesitated a bit, but then moved towards the debris. He walked awkwardly as if pulled by a string. What? No, get me out! That's how you're going to live? She encountered Gyuk when the stage collapsed. For fear of being abandoned, she provoked Gyuk and ended up being killed. When he was done, Gyuk began to run, staggering all the way to the stage. He sat near where Do-yeon was buried and began to dig frantically. Gyuk, are you alright? What are you doing?
Do-yeon is somewhere under all this.
His fingernails broke and he started to bleed. He continued to scoop and heave.
Please!
도윤아! 한도윤!
Is that you, Gyuk?
들려!
I can hear you, Do-yeon! Hang in there!
이 미친가봐요.
Oh, he must be down there! Sale, though nervous, also came to help. Ah!
괜찮아?
You alright?
He's alive. I saved him.
형.
Gyuk, I'm glad you're okay.
다행이야. 너 아니었으면
If it wasn't for you,
The beginning, Gyuk met Sung-young after being rescued by Do-yeon. There, he found out the truth about the past and committed his first murder.
그게 시작이었어.
That was the beginning.
그리고 나만 비열한 놈이야?
Is it just me? Am I the only one playing tricks? Okay, so this is Hae-sung in the men's restroom. So this is what the conversation that they had together before he killed him.
형도 이병이
You've been enjoying your father's glory too, haven't you?
솔직히 자식
You're not from his wife, but you are still his son.
자식이지.
What I'm saying is I'll keep it between you and me.
형,
Gyuk, you get it. I'm just asking you to grant me a chance at life.
나도
In return,
형한테 기회를
I'm giving you a chance. He felt dizzy. That dizziness that slowly filled his head just wouldn't go away.
대답은 뭐야?
So what's your answer?
피차 시간 모자라잖아.
No more time to waste.
대답은 뭐냐고?
What is your answer?
형은 어차피 돈
You're already rich. You've got everything, man.
비밀이 제일
If your secret is what's important, then keep it safe. Gyuk nodded.
사퇴할게.
I'll quit,
네 말대로.
as you suggested.
Really?
그래.
Thanks! You rock, dude! That's the right decision.
이딴 놈이라서.
I'm sorry for acting like a loser, but I want to leave too.
나도 살고 싶어. 비밀은 지킨다.
I'll keep your secret forever, I swear. Gyuk had no interest in B-Star anymore. He hated himself for taking any joy out of his first place ranking. If Hae-sung wants him to disappear, he'll just do that. But would Hae-sung really keep his mouth shut? Trying to gain popularity or seeking attention again, wouldn't he eventually spill the secret? Gyuk shook his head to clear his mind. I'll have to tell the others, it's all settled now. He already sinned and somehow covered it up. He did something he shouldn't have done. He would confess to everything, but his secret must stay hidden. The sound of the end of recording was heard. Hae-sung came to a sudden stop. Oh my god, he recorded the whole thing! Oh, well, you know, I recorded our conversation. Just in case. Hyuk saw a mop shaft beside him. Hae-sung hit his head hard against it. Everything happened in an instant. Hyuk hurriedly checked the voice recording which contained his secret. Hyuk shrugged.
There are people with more painful stories. I could have just admitted and accepted his offer. But I killed him. I've killed 2 people already.
Hyuk's face gradually contorted.
Ever since, I thought about how to cover up my crime. I deleted the recording from the watch. And when I saw the time, the auto-ride crossed my mind. I was going to set you up to believe that the attacker is someone from out there. But after Sung-young was taken off the list, Sale was being cornered. The last moment was when his stuff fell out of his bag. The business card from the program that had been broadcast around the time of my mother's suicide. The information on the accident when my father and my stepmother lost their lives. He had been working under Sung-young ever since. So I decided that Sale should be my last target. To make you think that he took his own life after what he had done was exposed.
Hyuk set everyone apart and took Hae-sung's watch. When Hyuk told Sale that he was alone, he opened the door without much resistance.
You know what?
I think Ina is the murderer! She wasn't in the dressing room and now she's framing me! I try not to think of it that way, but... Sale stared at Hyuk with his quivering eyes. Hyuk knew what his face looked like to others. The audition taught him how to put on a fake smile, which made him look trustworthy.
So, you didn't murder Hae-sung, right?
No, of course not! Now I need to make him confess.
But I think you're the murderer.
Excuse me? Why would I? I thought you would understand me! Sale got agitated and began to rabble on. Oh, it's coming! I can hear the sound. It's the voice that tries to talk to me every time I feel down. It's the voice I heard when I punished Sung-young and Hae-sung.
Why don't you confess your sin now? Reveal everything you did.
Sale opened his mouth, his face turned ghastly pale.
Tell me now!
I have nothing to say to you, go away!
There it is. The key to freeing myself from truth and sin. Did I hurt your feelings?
What has gotten into you? You talk like someone else! Hyuk slowly walked towards the mannequin, taking his time to untie a belt from the jacket. Stunned by Hyuk's remarks, Sale took a step back. What's that for?
I'll tell you what you did wrong. You had been digging up dirt on other people from Sung-young for a long time. Scoop. You know someone died because of what you had done.
What are you talking about? I just did what I was told to do. I don't know anything about anyone's death. Sale hastily turned around. Hyuk tied Sale's neck with a belt. He choked him to death. Revenge made. The voice sounded ecstatic. It was no longer someone else's voice. It was now his own voice. scattered pieces of puzzle were put together to reveal the truth. The truth turned a sharp blade and hacked at his heart.
Just like that, you killed 3 people.
You tried to move the body to remove the evidence?
혜성이 워치를 부쉈어.
I broke his son's watch, and I hit the concrete.
형,
Why did you ask me to carry Seil's body then? To get rid of another clue?
거기에도 분명히 다...
Gyuk slowly raised his hand. After a brief silence, Gyuk put on a faint smile.
그러고 싶었어.
I wanted to.
끝까지 숨기고
I wanted to hide everything till the end, or
어쩌면
maybe I wanted to get caught.
발각되고 싶었을지도. 난 항상 그런 식이었어.
I've always been like that.
Gyuk turned his gaze on the stage. The falling steel frame crashed down with a bang.
Buried stars.
Buried stars.
여기선 걸 후회했던
I often
적은
regret stepping into his show.
그런데도 떠나지
But I couldn't leave.
역시
They
선생님이
praised that I was the son of the greatest musician. I inherited his talent, and he would be very proud of me.
거기
I got addicted to those compliments.
Gyuk paused as if catching his breath.
내가 그분을
I don't know if I
지루했는지
loved him or hated him.
사랑은 그래서
That's
떠돌았어.
why I wandered around in this place.
그래도
But I wanted to protect my mom at any cost.
나 때문에
Because of me,
Gyuk took a step back from the group. He slowly clenched his teeth and the light came to his hazy eyes.
아무것도 모르는
for
사람.
her to become a topic of internet
가십으로
gossip,
끌려나와
for people who knew nothing about her.
절대로
I could never let that happen.
안 되는 일이었어.
It's all my fault.
내가 있어서
My existence is the
내가
problem.
살아남아서
Gyuk slowly moved back and headed toward the area when debris continued to fall. Is he gonna try to kill himself? I think he tries to kill himself.
어딜 가는 거야?
Where are you going? Stop!
Help me.
이쯤에서
Help me put an end to this now.
끝이라고?
And your life? Enough with your nonsense!
누구
You
마음대로?
think I'll let you do that? Do-yeon quickly stepped forward.
난 모든
I betrayed everyone,
Do-yeon came to a sudden stop.
특히 넌
especially you.
도윤이 네가
You
구해준
saved me,
목숨으로
but I killed the others.
사람을 죽였어. 용서받지 못한
I've
죄를
committed an
지어놓고
unpardonable sin and tried to hide it.
작정이었어. 그러니까
So I'm the real betrayer.
배신자는
Ugh. For a second, Gyuk stopped talking.
그래도
Still,
마지막으로
I want you to do me a favor.
너라면 괜찮아.
I know I can trust you.
너라면 날 내버려 둬.
Leave me alone
그리고
and tell the world everything when you get out of here.
모든 걸 말해줘.
Oh no.
내가
Tell
무슨 짓을
people
했는지
what I did.
밝히는 거야. 믿을게.
You'll do that for me, right?
그렇게 해줄 거지? 넌
Because
배신자가
you're not a betrayer.
Betrayer, a nickname given to Do-yeon. The stigma made him try to blend into the crowd to be forgotten. It also made him pass up several chances given to him. Exclamation mark. Yeah, I'm losing my sanity quickly. Good thing I'm high sanity. Refute it, can't say a thing. I'm gonna refute it.
그런 말.
You think that'll hold me back? Do-yeon hesitated but took another step forward.
It's painful, hiding secret and betraying friends.
처음부터 이게
I should have
맞았어.
done this much sooner. This matter has dragged on for too long.
도망칠 생각이야?
Don't deceive yourself by running away!
이쪽으로
Get over here!
형 그만둬.
Gyuk, stop it. I can't let you get away with it.
도윤아,
Please let me go.
날
Do one more
구해줬던
favor for
것처럼
me, just as you did before.
Don't you try to run away.
배신은 대가를.
Let me pay for betraying you.
Reveal the truth. I hid the truth. No, I revealed the truth. Let you pay for your sin? Okay, I'm broken now. Leave you die and tell the truth to the world? Because I'm not a betrayer? It's falling down! Watch out! Okay, so the ceiling is opening up. That must be the rescue team. I'm saving him again. No? Paramedic, move back! Watch out for the debris! Young, are you okay? I'm alright! As they stood up, their watches began to flicker. The signal was back and the fader comments were pouring in like crazy. Haesung's comment. The rescue team were procrastinating until Haesung's fate is unknown. Now I don't care whether they enter the fallen structure. 6 a.m. Center of Earth. Songyong and Sale die and Haesung died. Then Haesung's score is 2 kills and 1 death? No license. We must file a lawsuit against the rescue team that failed to rescue survivor, WBS that took no action against S. Songyong, and those who posted malicious comments. Why only Haesung had to die? Justice served. Haesung finally got what he wanted. He's now on TV all over. What the hell? Why are they broadcasting the rescue operation live? They want to turn our attention away from something?
Where are Gyok and Do-yoon?
Miserable life. Under the crumbled building, she had to control her panic attack. I'll be super happy to see you alive. Please come out of there safely. Since 2008, she got out alive with a panic attack. If she has a conscience, she should admit her lies and then make a sincere apology to fans. Honey part-timer, stop making fans worry. Let's walk a flowery path. Lie detector. Wow, her boyfriend must be happy. Or ex-boyfriend, lol. Anyway, I don't give a shit.
I don't see either of them.
Do you think they got... I hate you too. Ina experienced all bad things for a few hours, but if she's not hurt... Fader is a waste of life. I'm really happy to see Ina again. Just ignore all haters that spread false rumor about her past or lies. Go for it, Ina. Ju-young worshipper. She exploited Songyong, Sale, Haesung, and whoever has needed to survive. She's thick-skinned. Escaping reality L. So what was her? Which one is correct? Is she with the floor director or not? Buried? The two ran toward the collapsed site. There they are. Okay. So basically, there was debris about to fall on Gyok, but we took the whole thing on our shoulders. Desire 2. If anything happened to Gyok, it would be a great national loss. I guess Byung-hee Lee watched over him from above. GH supporters K. Survival is an unavoidable fate. I'm counting on you, Gyok, until the end. Social adaptation. I was so nervous at the end, I lacked faith. Gyok is the light to us. Air pollution. What a shame. I could see his true colors this time. You don't know shit about me!
Do-yoon!
You're all wrong about me, Gyok. Mask down. One night feels like 10 years. I can't believe it's near the end. Please come back in one piece. Boycott Do-yoon. Now that the producer is dead, there are no one left who knows about Do-yoon's betrayal. We need to investigate Do-yoon. Genius. He deserved it. He hasn't changed a bit. He must betray again later. Woo-suk. At BSDon. Wherever you go, you create a problem, right? What's this? What did you do this time? Raid with mask on at BSDon. Please come out safely. Jungle Penguin at Biesian. Debut my ass. He's gonna kill everyone, dude. La 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 la. We're on B-Stars at Biesian. We're all looking at Fader only. Please come out of there alive. We can restart together. Plug hole at BSDon. Don't die. Get out of there alive. I'm waiting for you. You can't die without my permission. You don't know what I did. I'm the betrayer. There's only one decision. The nickname given to Do-Yun. He accepted the name that he got. And then the heart is saying, poof. Now we see his discussion with Song Young when he wasn't, So what's your answer? What do you expect me to do? Thank you for holding me in high regard, but I can't do that. You want to go home happily with your buddies? What a loser! I heard you gave up your chance to make a debut to protect the band members. And what did you get out of that? You just want to sit there, wither and die? With just the legacy as the founder of a failed band? Do you think you can go back to where you were after you failed here? Can you face reality? The reality? Yes. Can't you see that Masquerade was finished a long time ago? You cannot go back because there is no place to go. As long as we keep our mouths shut, no one will know what went on between us. By the end of the show, no one will call you a betrayer anymore. I will help you get rid of that title. It is just part of the show, after all. I'm done here. You can go now. You were the only member of the band to stand out during the audition. There is no more place to return to. You want people to applaud you. You want more love from them. You want more recognition from them. You want to be rich. You wonder what glory awaits you. I'm done here. You can go now. I was stupid. I will go on my own without them. Truth, his abandonment of the man was also the source of his pain. Song Young's death guaranteed his secret would never be revealed. Good, now we're talking. If something is not working, just throw it away. This is a great scene to behold. The birth of the betrayer. Special keyword, betrayal. Do-Yun is a betrayer who accepted Song Young's proposal. He just escaped while relying on the trust of people around him. You get it now? I'm a real betrayer. I was just keeping my mouth shut. I'm not worthy enough to have your trust. Why? Why did you do that? Saving you was my only solace. He cries now. I'm going to live as a betrayer from now on. I cannot deceive anymore. You still don't see? You can deceive everyone but yourself. You murdered people and are now burying yourself to run away from all this. Do-Yun buried his head as if he was collapsing. His forehead bumped against Gyeok's chest over and over. Live and pay for your sin. Endure the wait. Don't run away. Oh, that's cute. Pay your debt as a murderer. Please, Gyeok. Go to jail. Okay, that's cute. Okay, they're both crying. Okay, that's cute. but that's not BL content yet. We cannot ship them together, they're too power bottom. The light pouring from the ceiling was so bright that Gyok has to close his eyes. People were running toward Gyok along with the rescue team. The sounds of sirens and loudspeaker began to diminish. Gyok could clearly feel the warmth of his body, heavily breathing, and the pressure on his chest. The weight, warmth, and breath of a person. A voice was heard. Always first among the top 5. Gyok, the one who was closest to the throne, was forced to live his quasi-glorious life under the expectations of others, but in the end he couldn't sustain the weight of his own life. One month later. Doyeon couldn't stand lying in the hospital bed all day. He was in the hospital for a month now? Wow. He got out of the hospital room and went to the corridor. Late afternoon, sunlight shined through the window. His head clear and the stiff muscles seemed to ease up a bit. Phew. He watched the cloud float by slowly. A month has passed since the accident. Buried Star, the survival audition show, was to be continued. The stage collapse, murder, severe disciplinary action against the official, arrest of the offender, the unprecedented bedlam put the program at the center of the national attention. Oh my god, he's still battered up. There's bandages around his neck and shoulder. There's a big patch on his cheek. WBS showed a strong will to resume the show at any cost. Boo! Doyeon decided not to join the show. He could no longer participate in the show. More importantly, he didn't want to. The contestants who saved the murderer, the scumbag who betrayed other survivors just like he betrayed his own band members, people hammered him with criticism and murder threats. However, the blame didn't last long. When they heard an announcement that the audition would continue, Doyeon was soon forgotten by the public. Resolve. He admitted that he takes full responsibility for the incident during the finals. He made a sincere apology and did not join the next audition. The protection measure and the interrogation also ended by that time. A month has passed since the rescue. He could finally walk the corridor by himself without any help. After recovery, Young sued the CEO of her former agency and the entrepreneur had tried to solicit her. Yay! The ex-member of Beloved began to voice their own opinion regarding the matter. Yay! Although some were not favorable to her, most people supported her brave decision. However, there was a rumor that most agencies were hesitant to sign her. Oh, they were trying to ditch this whistleblower. But Young didn't give up. She decided to join the 5th season of Buried Star, which was scheduled to resume soon. Are you for real? Well, then again, if she was adamant of making a debut and no agency wanted to hire her ever since she opened her mouth, like, I can understand, like, but still, she deserves better. The crowd applauded her unyielding spirit that still shone through the tragic incident and the collusion of many agencies. Like, just that alone deserved her to be number 1. Alright, if that's your choice, still, will you be alright? Yes, I'm done with audition. Okay, and to be honest, okay, so now we see Young with her civilian clothes. She has a nice dark purple long sleeve blouse. I don't think I can beat you. Doyeon, you are now sane enough. Since you know how things will go. No kidding, it's pretty obvious. You know how accent my judgment is. You don't have your kind of I don't have your kind of courage. The two of them fell silent for a moment. The murder at the scene. The others who couldn't make it out of there were still vivid in his mind.
Yeah, it's still a little disappointing. I'll support you whatever you decide to do.
Young stared at Do-yeon for a moment. Her eyes were kind. Do-yeon choked up when their eyes met. He should thank her.
Do-yeon, I had to say thank you. Through the experience and conversation with you, I was able to make a decision to do my homework.
She thanked him? He should thank her. You're going to make me blush. I can't even scratch my arm because of the bandage, so please don't.
Can't you use a chopstick or something?
Ew, then how am I supposed to eat? Young smiled and lowered her eyes.
We'll see each other again, right?
I'm not going anywhere. No. Rather, I can't go anywhere yet. She picked up her bag that was sitting next to the bed. Young turned around at the door.
Will you vote for me?
I'll have all the patient and staff to vote for you, don't you worry. You go, Yo-young. Go beat them all. Breakthrough. She sued the person related and disclosed the reason why she had to leave the team. The agencies ignored her and the public sentiment wasn't positive, but she didn't care. She was determined to join the new season of the audition, go all the way this time. All the way, all the way. She smiled and walked out the door. Do-yeon prayed for Young to achieve her dreams. Battle resolved. Okay, great. Ina decided to drop out of the audition after getting out of the hospital because she wanted to get some rest in a quiet environment. The media tailed her for some time, trying to find anything interesting for media coverage. Oh, she brought back her glasses and she removed her blue contacts. But she still have blonde hair, but they're tied on the back, and she's wearing casual clothes, like a striped shirt underneath a hoodie. With no more provocative editing, Hina was just a lively, ordinary person. The public soon lost his interest in Ina, who was no longer a troublemaker. You must be disappointed, but what can I do? This is the real me. Okay, so this is a recording of Scoop Enter Behind Live. B-star Ina Ho meet bold Hina without facial makeup. You should know better by now. The magic cast on me by B-star is all gone now. It's time to let me go, guys. People talked a lot about her last interview. But over time, even that interview was forgotten from people's memory. She was spotted several times studying somewhere, but even those news came up less frequently after some time. Disappearance. She refused to participate in the new audition. The reporters followed her for a while, but they soon lost interest. People gradually forgot about her. Okay. Just like that, Hina was eventually forgotten by the public. Do-yeon thought about Ina sometimes. Is she doing okay? Definitely, it's Ina freaking O. He looked out the window and nodded. Will he ever get to see her again? Do-yeon quietly pictured that day in his head. The spell. Sale's notebook was released to the media to stir up the community. The background check, explanation, and the staff member was harassed but mesmerized at the same time. There was an article about a publishing company contacting the family of the deceased. The company wanted to publish a book based on their story and the notebook in particular. The publication of the book was making steady progress while feeding people criticism and curiosity. One day, Do-yeon recollected a moment he had with Sale. There was a time when I thought I could stand there on the stage. Sale had blurted out while watching a stage rehearsal. Do-yeon, standing right next to him, turned to see him. Oh yeah? Why don't you compete in B-Stars again? Or join it in any other way? Sale answered while staring at the stage. I know by now that some are meant to go up on the stage while others are meant to watch it. Do-yoon fell silent after hearing this self-critical remark. Could he have said something else back then? Do-yoon sometimes thought about what kind of response would have been better at that time. Still, it wouldn't be possible for him to undo what he had done or what happened to him. Everything has already happened. Worrying and speculating were for the living. On the safe ground. The song Hey Song as performed during the finals topped the music chart for a while. The practice take he recorded on his smartwatch was also scheduled to be released after processing. They made a music video out of his recording? Okay, so now we see more feed from Scoop Enter Behind. B-Star, the late Hae Sung-so, glorious moment of the young star. They were growing concerned over the social phenomenon where a school bully song was topping the music chart. His scandal with Sung-young didn't have any further impact now that both of them were gone. Even Sale's notebook didn't stop people from paying their tribute to the young talent. There was some criticism that the deceased were being exploited for profit. Now that the controversy was at its peak, Hae Sung was the center of attention. The sad thing was that he was not in this world anymore. I'm sure you didn't want this kind of end. Do-yoon sometimes thought about Hae Sung. He behaved for his own pleasure, threatened the others in rage, expressed anger and fear. One minute he was a sweet guy, and then suddenly he got all mad. Which was his true side? Do-yoon shook his head. He knew it was hard to define a person's personality with a few words. Would he be able to get to know him more if he was alive? Everyone thought they knew Hae Sung, but he died leaving behind the mystery of who he really was. Belated rebound. Gyuk was transferred to a detention center after the hospital treatment. Do-yoon met Gyuk, who was accompanied by a police officer on the day of his transfer to the police station. Their eyes met and Gyuk came to a halt. Do-yoon. Do-yoon hesitated to answer, then Gyuk put on a weak smile. Cheer up. Hyuk. Do-yoon spoke carefully. I'm sorry. I murdered Sung-young, Hae Sung, and Sale, and then tried to put my burden on you at the end. Just like you said, I ran away all the way here. I don't know how I can pay for my sin and what I can do for the victims, their families, and my fans. Gyuk slurred the end of his sentence. I'll think about what I should do, or what I can do. Gyuk slowly nodded. I don't worry about you. You will do great for sure. The officer rushed him to move. Do-yoon spoke to Gyuk, who was turning around to leave. I saved you when the stage collapsed. That's why you ran into Sung-young first. Maybe everything began with me, and in the end, it all began with me, not you. Even in the end, you lifted the veil and treated me with respect until the end. I'm the one who betrayed you until the end. He made an irreparable mistake after falling into the swamp of self-loathing and self-pity. He tried to run away towards his death without revealing the truth. He was dragged out after being forced to live, and he must face the things he did. The dead cannot come back. He had to live with this forever. Gyuk left the corridor, dragging his long shadow with him. Gyuk confessed to all the charges against him after he was arrested. His family story spread fast to the public after Gyuk had revealed it itself. As popular as he was, the aftermath was unbelievable. Each of his fans had different thoughts, and they went through fierce internal debates. The arrows of hatred and anger were flying everywhere. WBS released the newly revised contract to the media, stating that it would improve the mental care system for the contestants starting with the new season of BURIED STA. They also declared that investigating and broadcasting the private lives of the contestant without consent would be strictly prohibited. It was a hollow cry that was soon buried in the flood of endless gossip. Purgatory for Betrayer! I got another silver trophy. Song Young-shin, the chief producer of BURIED STA Season 4. Her brother tried to receive the insurance money in compensation. Okay, another image of Scoop enter behind live. Legal dispute over insurance. Tragic family history revealed. Their estranged parents appeared to claim it too. Whoa! Their parents had gotten divorced long ago. The remaining family members quarreled with one another over the inheritance. Amidst all the conflicts, it was the newly revealed that Song Young had been abused and neglected for a long time since she was little. The media predicted a long and messy legal war among the family members. Then they poured gossip about the tragic family history of the genius producer who died at an early age. Truth. Her divorced parent appeared in court due to their daughter's insurance money, resulting in her exposure of her past. Song Young used to cook up other people's stories as she pleased to achieve her career success. What would she think of all the gossip about her now? Do-yeon was often curious about that. On the flip side...
한도윤?
Who's that? Shit! Is that Plughole? There's a question mark, but we don't know. It's like a new voice. Yes! I never met this guy before. He has gray hair. He has very squarish glasses. Plaid shirt, wearing some sort of leather jacket. As someone called out his name, it turned out to see who it was.
맞네.
You're on Do-yeon? You look more handsomer on TV. The stranger took several big strides towards Do-yeon. It was a stranger. I thought you were patient. Shouldn't you be resting in bed? I had to walk all over looking for you. There was only one thing he could say.
누구?
Who are you? He looked confused at first, but shortly came to an understanding.
왜?
Come on! We've talked a lot!
하수창이라고 해?
It's me! Sushang-ha! Okay, thank you for your name, but, you should have started with Plughole. Sushang. He tried to remember what the name meant to him. It was Plughole. It's the nosy guy who helped him throughout. I figured things should have been strict settled by now since you weren't on TV anymore. I also had to go through police checks and stuff. Encounter. He really visited Do-yeon in hospital. His real name is Sushan. How did I know? Hey, I have my ways. This hospital is crazy far though. I couldn't even find a parking space. What is this, Disneyland? His online writing style, verbal expression, and facial expression were in perfect harmony. He came to visit Do-yeon out of nowhere and kept grumbling to himself. It is about time we see each other, right? Confrontation. When criticism and sympathy died down, he met Plughole for the first time. My little sister has a request too, so let's get this over with first. He fumbled for a bit, then took out a piece of colored paper. He wants an autograph for his sister, okay. I'm quite worried about my sister. She just can't let go of you who earned the national title of the betrayer through the audition. I always emphasize the importance of loyalty and faith, so I guess maybe she's resisting against me in her own way. You know, people tend to look for things they don't have, right? Do-yeon involuntarily grabbed the paper. What is this for? In confusion, Do-yeon slurred the end of his sentence. Sushang ... Your autograph, please. He handed Do-yeon the pen. My sister Soo-yeon wants it. Just write her name and don't try to memorize it. He had no intention of memorizing it. He signed the colored paper. For some reason, he couldn't refuse a request. He felt stupid signing the paper. Sushan quickly accepted the colored paper when Do-yeon handed him to him. He put on a crooked smile. Finally! I've been waiting to talk to you, Mr. Ha. Mr. Ha? Why don't you call me sir instead? Just kidding, you can call me Su-chan. He was treating Do-yeon like a kid. He certainly looked older than Do-yeon. Well then, the thing is... Do-yeon was going to visit him once he got out of the hospital. He wanted to talk about private things that the world shouldn't know about. He was the only person who was not one of the survivors, but still deeply involved with Do-yeon's survival. But this sudden encounter made him dumbfounded. What should he say first? While Do-yeon was thinking, Su-shang took out a piece of paper. Hey, Do-yeon, check this out. Okay, yeah, what about it? This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
카사블랑카 몰라?
You know Casablanca, right? You know the movie, The Last Line? You don't? Seriously? Alright, this is the end. We have the cast. I wonder if there's a post-credit scene. Yeah, I'm Do-yeon. Yeah, Park Sun-tae and Kakihara Tetsuya, the voice actor. Alright, this is the end. This is the true ending, actually. But there are more endings after that. Can you believe that this has to be a stepping stone for more endings? Like, the other endings are gonna be what if. Eguchi Takuya, Ryu Seonggong. Yeah, his mirror is distraught. Yongmin, Kim Haru, Satorina. Yeah, her mirror is stoic. Hye Sung-so, Nam Do-young, Shimonohiro. Yeah, he was in distress. Inaho, Kim Young-woo, Ikasa Yoko. Okay, so her mirror is not even her true self. It's still like pondering. They look kind of similar. Sale Chang. Oh yeah, him running down the note, he's sad, but the mirror is him playing the guitar, happy. Yeah, Lee Kyung-tae, Hoshi Soichiro. Song Young-shin. Im Yong-seon, Kitamura Eri. So yeah, one is a stern face and the other is kind of distressed, like with the family drama. Sung Shang Ha. Yeah, carefree and... Wait, Ju Shang, Minorikawa Hikaru? He's carrying some sort of walker. Is he crippled? This is weird. Okay, so now we receive, I think it's the original credits when you got, I think this is the ending that I got when I got the first ending. Okay. There's a cleanup of Route A, but I don't know what it is. There's a bad epilogue for Ju-young. Okay. I see. Let's cover Route 2. Oh, True End, Betrayer, and Troll. Okay, I got the Golden Trophy, Betrayer, and Troll. Oh, there's more stuff. You're quite tenacious, aren't you? How on earth did you find me? Reporter, come on, all you have to say is okay. Call on me on this number when you change your mind, alright? No thanks. Adios. Hey, hold there. Wait. Wait for what? I'm a busy man. Come on, just give me a second thought. I'm not a phony. I'm a renowned and highly decorated journalist. What was your name again? I already told you. I'll tell you again. Please pay attention this time, will you? My name is So... Oh, this is the sister, Soo-young-ha. Who are you talking with? Just some old guy bugging people for no reason. That's exactly who you are. Oh, her sister is in the wheelchair. Please don't create a stir in my peaceful mind. Oh, what an emotional response. I wasn't being emotional at all. So when are you gonna hang up the phone? Just do it. You're a grown-up. Try to be a little more decisive. It's a wild world out there. Oh, shut up. Remember, I did everything you asked me to do when you begged me. Oh, wait. The whole pluggle thing was her plan all along? I admit it was a good performance from you. Good job. That's what I'm talking about, sis. Positive feedback. I found the account address, typed the message as you said, wrote posters on Fader, and... Wait, you didn't type exactly as I dictated. Hey, that was as close as I could get with the original. Why didn't you do it yourself? You were going to complain. I was injured. I was supposed to do that. I also sent my own photo, got this autograph, and so on. You should bow to me, girl. I'm like an angel, right? I'm the archangel. You want me to kick you up into heaven? No thanks. The little sister is the boss of the family, wow. An innocent looking girl like me isn't that effective at persuading others initially. I had no choice but to use your great face. I'm at a disadvantage to live with this pure-hearted look. I'm losing out so many things. I can get you an insurance policy for that if you want. True, Su Chen approached Jo-yoon during B-Star at the request of his sister. Despite how it looked on Fader, he was being treated poorly. You don't need it. Anyhow, I wanted to get his autograph myself. I told you to come with me. I could have taken you there. You know, I'm a bit shy. And I didn't want him to worry about my injury. If my prince finds out that I got hurt while watching the show in that place, he might feel sorry. Oh, she was in the audience. Okay.
그분?
Prince? Prince?
그래.
Yeah, he's my prince.
도윤님.
Okay, now we see her face.
윤님 짱.
My lovely prince, Han Do-yeon. Oh God, please forgive this crazy girl. I should have posted a load of bad comments about him. What you just said has caught my attention.
들어오는 발언이네.
Oh, Soyeon, that's not what I really meant to say.
그게 아니면 뭐?
Then what did you mean? Have you ever been whacked by a cast? I'll let you experience what it feels like. Yeah.
가슴을 펴고 있다고 해도 될 거야.
Wait, I was just talking about a possibility. I mean, you are my crazy sis. I could just say whatever I want comfortably without minding you, right? You know, it's just to crumble about things, right? Right? No? He totally got his face kicked by a cast. Fine. Period. Hidden end, secret entry. Oh, so I got an hidden end as well. Okay, so secret ending. Alright. Another silver trophy. Lion Game Corporation All Right Reserve developed by Studio Largo. You've reached the truth and survived. You can start a new game and reveal other possibilities. Proceed with multi-scenario. Another possibility. Listen carefully to all ominous rumors out there and focus on the victims and the time when the crime was committed. Okay. So this is going to be for another day.